The tire life, and I actually didn't realize this. This was the original. Like, this was the flagship product. This is where it all started. Then,
Correct, absolutely. And in its 59-year history, there's only been one formulation change in about
wow.
35 years ago, and that was solely because one of the components was kind of shaky, I guess you could say, as far as FDA. So an alternative was found, and that was taken care of. So this formulation and this product in its finished form has been around for 59 years.
Is it just for a little bit of context again on the company? Now, a lot of these products, like you sent me a couple samples, they would be now they're using a couple different applications or a lot of different applications, right?
Correct.
But are they working in sync, or like you said about the one product line is primarily used with like farmers with their skid steers and things like that?
Sure.
Does a mining truck, you've got a couple wheel loaders and a mine truck beside you. I see a little semi there.
Yeah.
They're using this product. Are they also using some of the other products, or when they're coming to you, is this what they're using?
Yeah, the tire life is what we want specifically in the mining industry. We do not want to seal a hole or a cracked wheel. We want to have tire life. I help identify that, and we can chat about that a little bit further on in the conversation. But anything with a multi-piece wheel, in other words, you have multiple components, a wheelbase, flange rings, bead seat, lock ring, and an O-ring. You don't want to use a sealer product there because that will cause the servicemen a real big headache next time they got to go change that tire. So tire life doesn't have the puncture sealing qualities of our PSF or PSF Plus, but that's okay. We don't want that to do that.
Now going over to the quarry side, there's another video that it's showing. I think we've got again, we'll bring it up in a second. We've got the rigid haul trucks, wheel loaders, the tire service units. Can you walk us through that a little bit? I know it's a similar component. Actually, I wanted to jump back to something, Craig, that you mentioned. The smoother ride on the I think you said that's what it gives you on the front end of the semi truck. Is that right?
That's where it's most noticeable. Correct.
So it's actually acting like, I know from like the agriculture days, the farmers on the side of on a field, they'd use the water on one side to keep their trucks or their tractors from flipping over and all that.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's actually. Can you say I probably everybody listening knows how it works? I don't. How does that work to sort of smooth out the ride?
Well, if we showed the truck video, that would give a kind of a visual. But in a nutshell, what it does is sort of like a pebble in a pond, Jared. So if you take a pebble, throw it into a pond, and you get the waves that go away from the pond, right? So that the pebble would be what we would consider the heavy spot of the tire. So every time that the heavy spot is hitting the ground, it's creating ripples and is pushing the product away from the heavy spot, counterbalancing it in that regard.
Oh,
so does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's actually eliminating. So then that energy is basically dispersed away rather than going up into the vehicle itself.
Exactly.